the future of money will control the future of money.
By the Belfer Center's Economic Diplomacy Initiative. The Economic Diplomacy Initiative, led by Nick Burns, Larry Summers, and Aditi Kumar, aims to provide analysis and recommendations to policymakers on challenges at the intersection of economic policy and national security. This simulation was developed by a group of Kennedy School students who created the scenario, delivered policy briefs, and staffed the principals all week. So, to start, I want to briefly explain where we are right now. Today, the U.S. is the dominant economic power, in part because of the strength of the U.S. dollar and U.S. financial institutions. No matter how you cut the international monetary system, the dollar is the primary currency. The U.S. leverages this power to do everything from setting trade policy to sanctioning adversaries. We aim to challenge the notion that the U.S. dollar and the U.S.-led monetary system will always retain this lead. With the development of digital currencies, things could change quickly. It's hard to predict the future, but in this simulation, we'll play out one scenario to learn how the rise of digital currencies could reshape GDP.
Takes place 2 years from today, on November 19th, 2021. We have simulated a world in which one big thing has changed. In March 2020, the People's Bank of China launched a sovereign digital currency known as the digital yuan. China is the only major economy with such a currency in circulation, although several nations, including the UK, Canada, and Israel, are actively considering similar projects. The launch of this digital currency is part of China's digital Silk Road strategy to build its global political and economic influence. From investments in tech giants like Huawei to the creation of smart cities along the Belt and Road, this new digital currency is the natural next step. These policies demonstrate an integrated and, crucially, forward-looking Chinese economic diplomacy strategy, while the US and its allies continue to rely on traditional diplomacy tools.
So, the digital yuan is centrally issued by the People's Bank of China and fully backed by fiat reserves. The currency is stored in digital wallets, and payments can be made using a number of applications, including Alipay, WeChat, and mobile banking apps. It's based on a two-tier system where the People's Bank of China issues the currency to select banks and payment providers, and then these institutions redistribute it to individuals and to businesses. The banks serve as nodes in a system, confirming and verifying users and transactions through a mutually understood protocol. All transactions are encrypted, and officials at the People's Bank of China have said they aim to strike a balance between anonymity and national security concerns.
In our scenario, the digital yuan has taken off rapidly and represents 95% of all domestic payments in China. Retail customers have flocked to the currency because of its ease of use and reduced fees. China has also leveraged its Belt and Road Initiative network in order to promote adoption within the business. BRI contractors in the Caucasus, Central Asia, and Africa can quickly and cheaply convert digital yuan to local currency using Chinese banks. In addition to this, China has been leading a campaign to increase adoption of the digital yuan across Southeast Asia, expanding the government's influence over the region as a whole. Today, a growing number of retail payments in Indonesia, Myanmar, Cambodia, and Laos are in digital yuan. In our scenario, we see this as a strategic decision by China to bring more countries into its sphere of economic and political influence. So on the stage tonight, you will see a live simulation of a National Security Council's Principals Committee meeting at the White House. The participants will react to breaking news, debate policy options, and try to bring together a set of recommendations for the president. Simultaneously, you'll be able to watch how the crisis is being viewed in the outside world by allies, the media, and the public on the screen. Please note, in tonight's simulation, participants are speaking only in their personal capacities. And so with that backdrop in mind, let's...
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book. Remember, those books are mandatory, and in the times that we're in right now, we definitely need the New World Order book. Also, those who purchased the 3 Kids books, it's time to re-educate. And as we can see, we definitely need to re-educate. And then also those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon, much love, keep it coming. And then also those who are shopping at both stores, much love, keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first. Right now, we are moving up, guys. We know we are the only game in town. And we know CME opens Sunday night where we normally get a little boost. So, guys, make sure you are paying attention to the actual indicators. We have volume, we have Tether, and we have USDC. Now, we know the Fed is pumping that $1 trillion every single day, over $1 trillion, to manipulate the market, manipulate treasuries, and that's the reason why stocks and cryptos are actually pumping. Do not forget they meet this month. This is very, very important, guys. And then also, we have Grayscale. That Grayscale, well, guys, make sure you're keeping an eye on Grayscale. And back is next week. So I definitely see a pullback. And then we run right into a few days later, we run right into the actual Fed meeting. And we know the Fed, if they do decide to do taper talk, they're going to start pricing this into stocks and in cryptos. So we're going to start heading lower during the fourth quarter. We know they're going to taper, guys. Everybody needs to get themselves in position. We know the EU is going to cut back on theirs next year. We know the digital yuan gets started next month. And that's also what I'm going to be doing today, showing the simulation that they already did. Same thing they did with the C word. They did a simulation for digital currencies. Who's there? Gary Gensler. We know teamwork makes the dream work. Someone sent this to me, and the crazy part about it is I saw this in 2019 on Twitter. I looked over it, just laughed about it. Then we ran into the C word, and that's how distractions can get anybody, even though I know their plan, but I definitely forgot about this video. So definitely, guys, teamwork definitely makes the dream work. I'm going to play this video, part 1, right now, and then later on I'll do part 2. But it definitely shows you how everything is planned out. And we know this, guys. We know exactly what they're going to be doing. The crazy part in this simulation, they tell you exactly the same thing I've been telling you. They say the same exact thing inside of this video. That's what's crazy about it. They talked about China. They talked about the digital yuan. It's actually almost an hour and a half. I cut it short to like 7 minutes. But the fact is, they have the Belt and Road, everything in it that we know that's going to happen. They do a simulation. It's like I said, Gary Gensler, Summers, everybody's in this video. And I think it was done by Harvard. But it's just crazy how they're able to do this and bring this to real life. When they've already tested it, they know the reaction, and then they know the solution. So basically, that's the reason why they do simulations, to get reactions. They do the same thing as far as the TV, same thing they did with the C word. And they did their whole simulation showing you how people react on television. The same thing they do with this. Remember, guys, TV is your reality. Your life is definitely an illusion. Now, guys, we know we're the only game in town starting Friday night. Do not let dip scare you. I'm not your financial advisor, not financial advice. Please do your own research. But get you 1 or 2 cryptos that you studied when they take that dip and you know they have utility. Yes, they're going to take a dip, but they're going to go right back up. But yes, guys, we know that cryptos and stocks are going to take a big beating. But right now, the Fed still has their foot on the gas. So we got to play the game until things change. 21st and 22nd, we'll look out for that news. Now, getting over into a little crypto news. There's only 2 articles, guys. We have Texas takes steps to amend Bitcoin into state constitution. And guys, we know how important Bitcoin Lightning is going to be. And just like I stated, it's more about the robots, algorithms, and drones than it is for the people. And lastly, guys, we have Chinese Communist Party warns of NFT hype bubble. And guys, we know it's a bubble, but guess what? The Fed had to put the money somewhere. And we know people like to launder money through what? Art. And we know the banks are what? The biggest drug dealing, gun running, money laundering son of a guns. But guys, all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Cryptoteacher, and the new Road Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, if you're new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance, and not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The Cryptoteacher stock channel, Cryptoteacher stocks. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. while everybody's sitting at home, got their own stocks to see where the biotech stocks, and while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and y'all have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York. From COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.